In Minecraft Skyblock, there is a crafter. This crafter can be used to make certain recipes or blueprints, you could say. And these blueprints are really overpowered for making a ton of money. And currently the best blueprint available is the Red Rose, which requires wheat and pumpkins and cactus. And of course it tells you how much you need and how many you can get from the blueprint itself, how many usages it has. So I have about one of these, and this would equal a lot of money if I could get automation set up for this. We're going to set up all three of the crops that we need, but just small little farms, and then I will eventually expand them into bigger ones in a different video. Before we go ahead and do that, I quickly need to mention this. Most of my viewers are not subscribed at all, so consider subscribing. I'd very much appreciate it. So we already have /fly, as you can see, I typed it in chat, and we can fly around and build in our island range. How far can we go out currently? We have a 50 by 50. As well, I did do off camera a little bit of runs inside of the dungeons, so we have some pet eggs we can open and just start opening these, which we got a money pet. I just wanted to get all the pets that we need, which turns out we do have them all now, which is good. And I've been killing a lot of mobs as well just to get our spawner tiers unlocked, so I've been working on that as well. So we're gonna look in shop and see what we can build out of, and I think everything is $100 except for cobblestone. I honestly don't want to build out a cobblestone. 6,000, I guess we can start buying a ton of this, and we'll grab these stuff in here that we have from our default chests, and we'll go down to the very bottom of our island here, and we're gonna keep our main island that we have, and we're gonna build all the way to the bottom of the world. So the lowest I think we can stand on is right here, -62, before we get teleported away to spawn. We're just gonna build in a chunk of grass, and that's about it. The thing about cactus though, since we're gonna be building it here in this chunk first, is that I have a Lightmatica schematic that I can just already use from previous videos on a different server that I've used, so we can just use it here. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to use Schematica or Lightmatica here on PvP Wars, so that's a good thing. So that'll make making cactus way easier by a long shot, and saving all our builds for future times. So we got our little spot here in the corner of our island. We're gonna get rid of this pillar though, because we don't really need it. Okay, the pillar's gone. We're gonna load on to Lightmatica. We're on Lightmatica. If I press M on my keyboard, we have some schematics we can use. So if we go here, I have a full chunk and a one chunk layer. So we're gonna do the full chunk, we're gonna load it in, but as you can see, it's all the way over here. So we're gonna need to go ahead and use the layer system that I have set up, so we can go ahead and move all the layers down here. We just need to lock it into the right position, so let's go ahead, go to M, and we'll go to schematic placements, configure. Okay, so I think I got it situated with its spot. So I need to go down one more on my little level here, and we should be good now. So now this is the stone brick layer that we're not gonna be using. We're gonna just be using grass. So we'll go up a level and we need sand. So we're gonna go in shop and look for sand. We'll get 2 stacks of it, and we'll go ahead, turn on printer. And this should seamlessly print with the settings I already have from a previous time when I used Lightmatica. And as you can see, it seamlessly placed it. 2 stacks for 1 layer. Lovely. Now we turn off printer, move it up a layer. So now we got our cactus from PV2. We don't have all the cactus we need, which I don't know if we can buy some in shop. Oh, we can, but it's super pricey. Like, look at that. Oh my gosh. I think I'm willing to just buy some, enough to make a full layer. So we're gonna go to 48, I think it is, that we need. So then we have a total of 2 stacks. Turn on printer, and let's go ahead and start printing this all in. So I haven't used Lightmatica in quite some time, so I did mess up the farm a little bit here. I'm just going ahead and trying to fix it all, because it's kind of messed up right now. All right, so if I turn this on, and let's go ahead, put sand and this in my hotbar. Let's see if this works now. I think it works because I have to have everything in my hotbar. Okay, yeah, it's working perfectly. I forgot everything needs to be in my hotbar or else it just breaks, which is not fun at all. So now we should be done with the string. So then we go ahead, turn it off, go up a layer. Then we go ahead, start printing this in. And then we have our first layer of cactus done, which is really good. It just comes down to us collecting it, which we are going to set up here in a moment. So to go ahead and do our collection, we're going to build it at the highest point of our island, which is right here. So we're going to go ahead, go to the chunk that it needs to be in. It could go to the full height limit, but that's just a lot more effort, and I'm not willing to put that in. So we're going to go into shop, and we're going to buy some regular chests. We need about maybe a stack because we'll be using more in the future. So let's turn on our chunk borders, just double check we're in the right spot. Lovely. And then we're going to go ahead, make a little platform here, which I think is the right level. I might be mistaken, but I'm not sure. Either way, we're going to just build a little platform for the chests and the hop hoppers, which reminds me we need the hoppers from our starter chest so we can save a bit of money. That is the plan. So right here, we're going to set up a ton of these. We're going to make it a 5x5, I think. So we have in total about 25 of them. So now in redstone, we're going to buy some hoppers. We're going to get like, we'll get a half a stack. Even though we don't need a full half a stack, we're going to buy it anyways because we'll need the hoppers in the future. So we'll go ahead, start placing all these hoppers down. And I do want to check actually if we're going to be on the right level for this. So I am going to go ahead and make my set layer go all the way to the top. Okay, so we're definitely on the right layer, as you can see, for the temporary level of this all. So I grabbed out the crop hopper and I found out something very crucial. We need an alt account near the cactus. So I can set up my alt over in this corner here, I think is what I'm going to do. And then we'll build our main stuff down here at the island, bottom of the world. So for now, we're going to have my alt sit right here. So I set a warp for island home, as you can see in the chat there. So I'll have my alt warp over here now every time it comes to the island. So the cactus does grow. It's just a matter of having a player near it. So that means we can go ahead, put a hopper here, put a hopper facing this way and along here, and then put the crop hopper here. Perfect. So now I just got to set up my alt to where it will teleport to that spot. All right, so I set up the alt to teleport over there eventually. So it should go down to the bottom once it is all situated. I am going to go ahead and test on my own. So I'm just going to stand here and wait maybe a few minutes and just see how much cactus we get in like no time at all. In 20 seconds, we got one piece of cactus from one layer. That's actually good enough to let me know how much cactus we'll get per layer. So it's roughly around 20 seconds per cactus to spawn in. So that's good. That's good to know. So quickly, I'm going to go ahead and get a design for pumpkins and wheat, and then we'll be good from there. So I'll give you guys an update here in a moment. Since I last recorded, it's been about a day. I did move over the crop hopper, and the reason I did that was apparently it's not actually a full chunk. Supposedly from where it sits, it's 8 blocks in each direction. So I kind of was collecting barely any loot over time, which at the end of the day, it is what it is, but it definitely did not describe how it works properly. And I do need to still get another one of these for when I get pumpkins set up. So one thing I do want to also mention, the outskirts of this layout, it's shrunk in a little bit in the chunk. And the reason for that is just so the items don't drop on the outskirts potentially. And because the pumpkin farm is too close, so I want a 2-block gap in between so it can actually place down all the stuff without breaking the cactus. That is the plan. So what I was thinking is we do a row at a time, like go back and forth in order to place all this down, I guess. So we'll have to break all the jack-o'-lanterns that are here, and I'm probably gonna do the seeds last. I think I'm gonna break all the seeds that are currently down, and then I'll do the seeds every time I'm done the layer. And I also have lighting, as you can see from the frog lights, which is good enough. It'll bring some lighting, and we don't need water as long as we place down the seed when we have the chance. And we have bone meal just so we can bone meal it all. Pretty simple. So each one of these, we're gonna do a checkered pattern across here. So we're gonna go ahead and put a observer here. So we gotta line ourselves up, put a observer here, and it should be facing down. Yep, it is. So we're gonna move across here, put a piston, observer, and repeat the process until we get stuck here, which we have to kind of just adjust ourselves and make sure it's placed in the right way, which it is not. If I'm gonna be honest, this does cost quite a bit of redstone for each layer, but it definitely is a good layout because you get a lot of pumpkins from this. And then I have an easy design for wheat since I don't think it's even possible to automate it fully. So now we have that all in order. We're gonna go ahead and break all these. So this is just all broken. And we also need a lot of just regular redstone. So we're gonna buy like 3 stacks, or actually we'll do 2. Then we just put it on top. There we go. So I just realized the mistake I made. And apparently I put them in the wrong way for the observers. Apparently you need them facing downwards. Like you need to stand here and place it. So for example, there's a pumpkin seed here. We put it here. We bone meal it. Then I go ahead, grab a observer and put it down like this, and then put redstone. So what I think I'm going to do is just get rid of all the redstone that's already placed and start redoing them, but placing the seeds every time I do this. So I'm gonna get rid of every single bit of redstone that I've already placed. So it's the next day, and I did manage to actually get the pumpkin farm complete, which I am gonna take a schematic of all of these and put them in the pinned comment of this video. But basically, I got the pumpkins working. I just don't have collection that we'll set up here in a moment. And then I figured out a wheat farm system since you can't really automate it. So basically, I just have to stand here and hold right click with a ton of wheat seeds on me and get a ton of wheat in return. The way I use this system is I turn on the bone meal system, which is these 3 dispensers, have some water underneath one of them, and then a tilled land. Make sure this is the proper ticks as well. And then I have a system where it pulls the piston down really quickly so it doesn't get rid of the tilled land. So I just have to right click really quick there. And as you can see, the piston is now going to work its magic. And then boom, the system works. It is pretty slow once you have it fully grown. You could probably tweak the timing more, but me personally, I don't care for that too much. As long as it gets the job done and I can just hold right click here with wheat seeds in my hand, I think I'm golden. But this is probably the best way to get wheat, at least from my knowledge, as of right now, because I don't know any other way you could possibly get the wheat to work out. And another thing is, I do not know how to stop this once it's started. So what I've decided is that I just break the repeater once I'm done, and then I go ahead, place it back down, and then it's ready to be used again. Pretty simple. This, on the other hand, can easily be just turned off and on. So that's how the wheat farm works, of course. So there we go. We got that situated for the wheat, and then we got the pumpkins, which is working. We just need some collection, because yeah, I had some issues with the pumpkin farm, and it was not really great, if I'm gonna be honest, on how I was doing it. I was placing them the wrong way. The observers, they were being placed the wrong way, so I had to redo all of them and also place the pumpkin seeds, which I got done. So we're gonna grab out everything we need to make our pickup thing, and I did run dungeons and managed to get some pet eggs. Here we'll open, which we got a haste pet, which we don't have, so I'll take what I can get, you know. But we already have a strength, so I guess we're gonna have to try and sell this strength pet. Someone may want it, who knows, who knows. But I did get a crop hopper from the dungeons, so now we can actually collect all this. And it is unfortunate that they aren't chunk fully based, even though it says 1 chunk. It's technically 8 in every direction from where it's at, and then up and down is infinite, at least from what I've noticed. So I think we're on the correct level that we can put it at. So we can put a hopper facing down there, and then we're gonna have hoppers stream this way, so it can go all the way to the end. We'll get rid of this one for the time being, and we'll put it down when we need to. So now we just need our chests, which we need a total of 25 double chests, which is not too much money to get those. We'll go into slash shop, and we'll buy a stack. Perfect. And now we just got to place all these down, and then we'll get some more hoppers. All right, we got the chest done, and then we're going to buy some more hoppers in shop, the second page of redstone. Perfect. We got all those. Now we go along and put the hoppers facing into these, and we need to upgrade our island hopper limit. So if we do island hopper limit, we can upgrade it with a bit of money. We need to purchase this upgrade first, so 100 times hoppers. There we go. Perfect. Now we can place more hoppers down. You love to see it. And then, of course, we put this last hopper here that is gonna feed all these down into all the chests. So we got the pumpkin layout, and we got the cactus layout, which is fantastic. And I'm pretty sure the collection won't collide with each other since there's 2 different spacings here, so we should be fine. And then, of course, the wheat farm doesn't even need this at all, a collection, because I'll just be standing there picking it up, which is really good as well. So the last thing we're gonna do is quickly open up some crates, just see what we get. We might as well. 25,000, 3 pig spawners, not bad, 3 iron golem spawners, and that's about it. So there we go. We got all 3 of the farms going. Eventually, I'll do more of these off camera and expand upon them. In the pinned comment, there will be all the downloads for all these if you use Litematica and want the schematics for them. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all the support, and I will see you all in the next one.